Car thefts on the rise across the country and here in the Las Vegas Valley. Over the last year, they're up about 37%. Car thefts are, with some area commands reporting an increase of more than 50%. So to break down the law and your rights, attorney Matt Hoffman with Battleborn Injury Lawyers joins us, as you do every week, to talk about some of these important items. So let's talk about this. And if you find that your car has been stolen, what should people out there do first?
Yeah, I mean, it's an epidemic across the country right now. 2023, I think I saw Rochester, New York, it's up 300%.
That's insane.
Yeah, year over year. I mean, it's crazy. So, and then here in the Valley, some areas, 50% increases, 37% is the average. So if your car gets stolen, first thing you got to do, report it to the police, obviously. Whatever area command is required, if it's, Metro, if it's North Las Vegas, Henderson, what have you. And then, call your insurance company. The question becomes, does your insurance cover it? And for a lot of people, if you have, liability only, that's the insurance that the minimum you're supposed to carry. Well, that protects you from lawsuits if you cause an accident, you hurt somebody else. It doesn't protect you from anything else.
You're kidding.
No, so if your car gets stolen and you had liability only, say bye-bye to your car. It's gone.
I assume that everybody watching this assumes that if they have car insurance, they're covered.
Right.
And you're saying that many people watching this may not be covered at all.
Right, they won't be covered. And I hear people all the time in my office, they'll say, well, I have full coverage. Well, do you? And let's find out. And when they say full coverage, they might not. So what you need to protect yourself against a stolen vehicle at a minimum is comprehensive collision coverage. Check with your insurance, make sure you have that.
And that's not required under law?
It's not required under law. It is required if you lease or finance a vehicle. The banks will require it, for
yes.
assurance against their loan. But that'll cover it. A car that's stolen will be treated like a total loss, like if somebody just took your car out on the parking lot or on the street. But they're going to ask you, did you report it to the police? So you got to give that proof. And then number two, there's a 30-day waiting period. So the car could come back within 30 days. Well, what do you do during that 30 days? Well, if you don't have rental coverage, which is separate.
Oh my.
Now you got to pay for a rental car.
Okay, so your car is, so if your car is stolen and you have the right coverage, and you need to call your insurance agent probably today to find out. If you do, then they'll cover the cost of the car, but they're not going to cover the cost of your rent if you have to rent a car for 30 days unless you have a certain type of coverage for that.
Right, you got to add rental. And then where it gets really ugly is, let's say 30 days go by, your car doesn't get returned, it's stolen, it's deemed a total loss by your insurance. Well, Nevada is a comparable sales state. They don't just look at Kelley Blue Book and say, your car's worth this. They look at your make, model, year, what's it selling for in the tri-state region over the last 6 months. Let's say it's $25,000. Well, here's $25,000 minus your $500 deductible. Well, I owe $35,000. Well, that's tough.
So you're saying you could owe more in your car than you're going to get from your insurance company?
Very likely you're going to owe more because of depreciation.
And so how do you fix that?
Gap insurance.
Okay.
Super cheap. It's easy to add. It's like $6 a year.
So these are conversations that people watching should have with their insurance agent.
If they have one, because most people buy it online now and don't realize when they're unchecking boxes to get their rate down, they're giving up a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
And
with car thefts going up, people need to be aware. And then we have about a minute left. Let's talk about this TikTok phenomenon. I'm not all that familiar with it, but apparently there are these videos online showing ostensibly teenagers how to steal cars as a joke.
Yeah.
Am I right on this?
Yeah, you're 100% right. And that's a big part for why we're seeing this rise in car thefts is it's like an instruction video. Hey, if you want to steal whatever car, here's how you do it. And then people are going out and doing it. And I don't know if teenagers realize, if the car is worth more than $3,500, that's grand larceny. That's grand larceny. That's a felony, 10 years in prison maximum.
So you see this on a TikTok video and you think it's funny.
Yeah.
And what you're saying is it's not funny at all, and you're not going to be laughing if you're sent for jail time and if you have a felony on your permanent record.
That's right. You can't vote. You have to move to seal it later in life. It's going to follow you forever potentially. So you got that, and then you also have, because of, even though it's grand larceny, it's not considered a major crime or at least a violent crime. And so most people are released on their own recognizance if they're arrested for this. So a lot of the rise in theft is the result of the same people doing it over and over and over because they're being released. So yeah, you've got social media driving it, you've got the recidivism of the same people doing it, and my concern is for people here not having the right kind of insurance in place because they're trying to save a couple bucks like we all are. not realizing, even if they find your car, and it's being repaired, if you don't have rental coverage.
So if anybody has questions out there, you can see this guy knows the law. It's Matthew Hoppin, and he breaks down the law every week for us.